Welcome back to the Junkman's Adventures. I'm the Junkman, and here we are, another live stream, another live build. So I hope you enjoy this one. Let's start off with you guys can join in the chat. Ask me questions, ask me what I'm doing, and I'll try to narrate and tell you what I'm doing as I'm going here. Just a little house cleaning here. At the top of the page, you can buy some merchandise there. You can go to my Teespring store, buy a shirt, buy a sticker, buy a pillow, buy some socks, a beach towel. Got a lot of things with my logo on there, so every little bit helps out. And actually, hopefully, you guys are getting some pretty good audio because I have a lav mic now. So hopefully these live streams, you get a lot better sound, and hopefully we got sound. I always seem to screw that up at the beginning of these live streams. So if you're watching live, hop in the chat, tell me if we got sound, or if you don't hear sound, actually. But I think you do. Looks like my levels are good, and I'm working on adjusting those here. We're still learning here, but because of you guys watching and sharing and liking and subscribing, I was able to buy some new equipment here, and that's part of what I'm doing here. We're going to build a Fig rig or a Steadicam mount out of some PVC. Now this is not original idea or an original idea. There's how-tos all over the internet. But what I'm doing here is building it out of parts and things I had laying around. This isn't everything, but I'm just going to kind of make it up as I go along. I have a basic idea, the type I want. It's not going to be like the steering wheel kind that most of you guys have maybe seen if you've searched that or you've seen. It's going to be more like a square or just two handles, and the camera sits in the middle here. And I'm going to make it a little convertible. Again, this PVC pipe and fittings and things, and even these handle grips are something that I had laying around for something else. And this part here, instead of having to use which I do, a little bolt for, because every camera or almost every camera has a, get it in frame here, has a little quarter 20 stud that, any quarter 20 threaded bolt can go into. So, there's that. But this was a mount for a very cheap, like wearable camera kind of thing, and it kind of a knockoff GoPro. It was like $20 or something. But the mount really doesn't work that great for a lot of things. But I thought, well, and it doesn't even fit on here, but I got a solution for that. We might just wrap it with some tape and then it can clamp. But I actually got some other neat stuff too. I'll show you later. But because normally I use this to clamp on an overhead bar I have and my shotgun mic, so it's hanging underneath, and then my shotgun mic holder can go on that. But I decided I'm going to use it to mount the camera onto the bar here. So I'll get some of this stuff out of the way here, and I'm going to make this so it's collapsible. Like I might use some PVC glue and put it together, but what I think I'm going to do is drill holes in the elbows that that aren't going to be permanent, and put a pin. I mean, this is just a bolt for the size. I got to get some. This is just what I had laying around, and pin it together. But I want it to be so you can take it apart, so I can put it in my camera bag and break it down kind of easily and kind of convert it and stuff. So set that off to the side. Hit the handle grips off the side. Let's turn this around here. All right, this one is already glued on there, so so what I'm going to do is we're going to start with this end. Let me set it down here. Feel free to join in the chat. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. But anyway, this is my new camera. I've shot some videos with it already, and that you've seen. So hopefully you notice some better quality. And if you notice my camera, this other camera glitching out over here, it's because it's an old camera. It's what I've been using for a long time. Probably need to upgrade it. But anyway, let's see. But what I need to do, since I'm going to have some, the screen needs to flip out so you can see it, and then of course it turns this way so you can, selfie it or well, not selfie it, but I can monitor it. And then of course we're going to have a piece, something like that, and then cut off, and then the hand grips. Picture this standing up. So I need to have room, for the screen. I want to be able to watch it easy, and then got my camera kind of zoomed in here, so hopefully you can see. And then of course won't always have the strap on it, but what I want to do is make sure I have enough room so I can have the camera door open there. And it's going to have to sit offset, which will just have to be the way it is. But seeing how's that is, we can probably cut that right there. So, all right, so we'll cut that right there, and I'll have to make some noise over here. I just set up my little mini chop saw for cutting this, and then we'll do some things. So let me go do that, and then I'll be right back. Won't take me a second. You should be able to hear the audio. Hopefully, if my lav mic is working just like I want it, you won't hear too much noise. But anyway, I'll tell you, RIP headphone users, if yeah. Okay, cover your ears. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We're back. Okay. Got that cut off here. Let me just, again. And actually what I'm building this for is because, well, A, it's something I always should have had, but B, come next week, okay, just stick that in there there we go. So that, that'll set up there. Hopefully I got room for my hands. I just thought of that. Yeah, I will. So, all right. Okay, so there's that part. There we go. That's that part. Now the next thing is how long, just stick that all in there to mock it up. Now, how long let's see, is that cut a little better? Now again, stand it up like that, and of course, I guess we better keep the screen flipped out. Anyway, of course that's going to set up about there. Put my grips somewhere there. Okay. So if my grips, well, I can always cut them off a little bit more if I don't like it. Let's see, and you can't see because I'm out of frame, but I'm thinking that's where I want my grips. Cut it a little longer because I'm also going to make it so I can put a we're going to make this like a square, and then I can put a handle on top so you can carry the camera like that. Okay, so that is how long that one wants to be. So, all right, I'll now while we're at it, we need to cut these both at the same time. So, move this over here. Enough for government work, right? Something like that. Okay. Or my little chop saw will chop that. All right. Okay, I'm setting up my chop saw here. That's why you don't. If you're just joining in, that's why you don't see me in frame. And you know, feel free to join in the chat a little bit. Let's see. Cut these a little longer than I really was anticipating. We can always chop them down a little bit more if I don't like them. Okay, cover your ears. Okay. Feel free to join in the chat if you're watching. Always like the company while I'm working here, I guess. A lot of you guys like to watch this. Okay. Put this in like that. And see, I think when I get done here, again, and the camera will be, I guess I can take this apart here. It's hard to work in front of this camera at times, but hopefully you can see okay. But let's see here. All right, hold on, I'm just adjusting a little setting there. Okay, good deal. Okay, let's just take that apart, and we can kind of get an eye. You guys kind of get an idea what we're shooting for here. See, that'll have to sit offset. Yeah, I know it'd be a little unbalanced, but it's, again, I'll probably devise a 1/4-20 stud or some kind of wheel or something. I just want to get this built kind of quickly. All right, now got these handle grips here that I bought for some other reason, and let me get some cutters here. Snip the zip ties in the packaging, and let's see how this will. I'll have to. Again, these are like bicycle hand grips, so they obviously they don't go all the way through, but yeah, maybe I'll even put them like something like that. That's kind of how it's going to sit in there somewhere. Put them like that. Again, going to have those pieces here, and then crossbar. I'll probably make two little. It might be just perfect, but I don't have a T. I'll have to go get a T, but a T so I can put a handle up here as well. This will, and it'll seem like, oh, you got too much space up here, but this has a little hot shoe or something, so I can also mount my shotgun mic there, which I might do. But if I wanted to mount it under here, I could, and there's space. Or if I wanted to mount a light on either side, like an LED light to point and stuff, I got plenty of space above the camera to do things like that. So yeah, I think I'll leave it all like it is. Okay, I think we don't need the camera here because we got it kind of figured out, I think, of about how we want this. Okay, well, the next thing I need to do is either make a hole in these grips, or maybe I should just maybe just get a knife and cut the ends off. I don't know. Try to make it look halfway. I'll of course paint this and make it look nice later. Won't show that on screen, but we'll just I think we'll just cut those off. Let's see if a regular razor knife will just cut those easily. I probably could punch them into my saw too and do it, but that might stink up the burning rubber. So let's see. It's in the frame. Let's see. Oh well, yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, there. Shoot, you almost wouldn't even know. Oh, okay. That was gonna cut a little better. Whatever. Looks good enough. Good enough for government work. Anyway, let's cut those off here. Adding some comfort grips. I also have this grip wrap stuff that I thought about using, but I thought, well, A, I have these, and they're the right size, and they're already pre-textured, and they'll give a little extra girth, for a lack of a better term. So hopefully your hand, actually it could stand to be a little bit bigger around, but well, I'll put them on there. I should be able to get them off for painting. If not, I guess I have to tape around them. But so kind of slide them on here. They go on easy enough. I don't know. Let me tight enough. Oh. Now, if this doesn't get glued comments, I don't know what. Well, these aren't coming off. If I get them on there, let's see. Let's see if I can get them off here. I need to. Should have slicked them up with a little bit of dish soap. I guess I got some of that. Okay, that's gonna be. I got a little bit of something over here. Let me go grab it. That's kind of the nice thing about this microphone. Even when I'm not in frame, you guys will still kind of be. I can still talk and let you know. So when I go out of frame, it's like, oh, what happened? You know, it's not as. Okay, let's try. Just putting a little bit of. Let's see if that'll help. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm. Okay. Oh yeah, that does. And yeah, that'll dry out, and there we go. Let's put it. Okay. Oh yeah, that's just right. Let me get a rag here. Okay. Oh, maybe Friday nights aren't the night to stream. Looks like no. I mean, there's people watching, but not chatting. So, maybe I chose the wrong night to stream. Excuse me. Let's just see here. Okay, that'll. Let's see. Put them together like that. Okay. Leave the grips kind of like that. All right. There's my other one here. All right. All right, I got a little dope in there. Okay. There we go, something like that. All right. Kind of making this up as I go along, but I kind of got, like I said, got an idea in my head. And of course, I'll probably come up with something better later. Okay, that one, well, I guess I won't glue anything yet. All right. So, that'll go in there, that'll go in there. Okay, and then of course I'll glue these perpendicular, but let me change to the wide only. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Camera sits in here. You hold it like this. I mean, I'm holding it higher than you normally would, but also you could flip it over and have the camera sitting up here and go like this. But anyway, it's so you can, you know, move your camera around, you know, different ways. You know, Fig Rig. I think Fig Rig is more of a trade name. Steadicam is more what people would kind of know this as, or that's the idea. You're just getting a better stand on there. And if you just joined, looks like you might have. It's going on this camera here, new camera, that I got for shooting video, and I want to do some on location stuff, which my old video camera I couldn't. It was just too old. Batteries were junk, and just it's better quality all the way around. So I thought, well, I'll live stream this build. Okay, but I'm also making it so I'll have this. We're just making a square, and then we'll cut a piece of tubing. I might even cut this in half, and then I'll put a T, and then you can have a post up here to then another 90 with another handle, so you can carry it like pretend I have a handle back here, so you'll be able to carry it. So that's something to do. But welcome from New Zealand. Thanks for joining in. Might be the first time I've had someone from that neck of the woods. So I got this, and I'm building this all from parts and stuff that I just had left over. That's why it kind of looks a little janky. But all right, let's stick that in there, and I'll cut this one just like this, and then probably good enough. Okay, I'm gonna run over the saw and cut. So whoop, sorry about bumped the camera there. All right. All right, let me run my saw. It'll get loud for a second here, so cover your ears. Okay, there we go. That's what I like about working with PVC. It's very easy. All right, now I want this all to come apart, so I'm only going to put probably these parts together, and then leave the other parts so they can come out. So, all right, let's make sure we got. Okay, I think those parts together. Yeah, I'll need to glue that one. The other one's in there good, but let's make sure they're in there tight. Well, actually, Steadicams have been around, or rigs to hold cameras to make steadier shots have been around since Buster Keaton days, or the earliest days of film, honestly. But yes, you're right. This is kind of the idea. This is a homemade, real jank way to do it, but whatever works. I mean, what do they call this? Guerrilla filmmaking, I think. Okay, now here's what I'm gonna do. Sorry for doing that. Is I'm going to permanently secure these and glue these ends right here. But I want these to come out, and I'll permanently glue these in here so it can just stick on the top. Then it can be taken apart, and this length might be a little long, but it'll fit easier for transport. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this around. I'm going to drill some pilot holes through the here to put pins, not necessarily these bolts, but kind of like a quick release pin. That is something I'll have to go buy. But I'm putting these in as far as they go. So then, like I said, it's real secure. It'll be real secure, but yet collapsible. So first thing I need to do is we'll spin the camera around here, and that should be good. Let's move the input. All right. Got my drill press set up here. So what we'll do is should have prepped this a little bit better. You don't have to watch me sit here and screw around with the clamp, and it doesn't really matter, but we'll turn our motor on. And yeah, arguably I don't have the speed set right, but this is just plastic, so plastic's easy to drill. So I don't have to have my clamp down. We're going to go all the way through. There There we go. Okay, that's good there. Let's see, what am I doing? Okay. I see some folks in the chat. I'll get to you in a moment. I can't read it far away from the screen here, but we're just drilling some holes. Oh, hey, I know you. I've got a new viewer in there. This is, yep. Long time follower, first time chatter. Trying to keep it up right on two wheels. Yep. Well, welcome in. You know, you missed it 2 days ago. I was streaming, doing a different stream. It's archived, and you can watch the chat replay there, Brooke. But one of our other friends was in there watching. Might know his handle is called Lost Creek. You might remember him. Spin our camera around here. All right, let's see how good I did here just by guessing. Oh. Alrighty. Okay, so we got that going. Yeah, and I have two camera angles now. Okay, again, these aren't the pins I'm going to use. Oh, I didn't go all the way through on that one. All right. Well, anyway, I'll finish drilling that hole. But anyway, there's the idea. I'll get some like quick release pins so we can just pop those out. I'm going to glue those. Actually, let me I won't spin the camera, but let's I wasn't paying attention and I didn't get her drilled all the way through. So let's get that done here. But yeah, anyway, glad to see you in here, Brooke. I was actually watching the Skull Crusher stream some farming simulator. What was it, last night? I hope he keeps that up. It's kind of fun. He's maybe unintentionally funny when the way he plays and when he talks. It was a great time. He had about 5 people watching in there. So and I'm not familiar with that game, but it looks pretty cool. So anyway, I'll probably for the time being. Let's see. I'll probably just cut these off and put some nuts on there, but I guess I could use some wing nuts. But I was thinking about maybe like those safety clip deals, just in so it's easy in and out, and then see. I guess I could drill the holes for the top one. Maybe I will. I'm not going to use it this right away, but get the top ones together, and then. Yeah, let's do that. I'll move it around. We'll drill some more holes here. You guys like watching drilling holes? It's riveting content, ain't it? So spin our camera around. There we go. I'm doing this all by myself. If I had a second person, which sometimes I do, that person would change my camera angles for me and stuff. So anyway, okay. But yeah, I get it too. I don't like watching just regular old live streams, just people just talking about themselves. That's why usually when I stream, I'm trying to be doing stuff made. I mean, I did stream 2 nights ago where it was just kind of a chatting, but it was kind of a informative chat about it was tool talk, different kinds of tools, about cheap tools and stuff. You might want to go watch the archive. A lot of good information. A lot of the chatters that joined in. They had a lot of good advice, good insight, and that's what I like to do. Get a good conversation going, and have it feel more like a collaborative effort rather than it just be me doing doing something all by myself. So I'm glad you guys are joining in. I'm glad you like watching things being made. I have a lot of archived live streams. You can see me building other things, models, dioramas, working on things. I got some more of this kind of stuff planned. This rig I'm actually building for an event I'm going to next weekend, where you probably can't see it, and I talked about it in my other stream, but bike in the background here is going to be on display at the International Motorcycle Show, and you know, I'm gonna, of course, I want to film a video, and then so you guys can see what's what's going on, and what it was like, what the event was like, and all that. So okay, so that's good. Yep, those there, bolts go in. Okay, so there we are. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is actually, we'll take these off because we're done with that part. But next thing I want to do, now I teased this at the oh good, I'm glad Smurfenstein, I'm glad you enjoyed the archive. Anyway, better tell you what I'm doing here. Okay, like I said, this is a mount from a old hold on a minute, I gotta a propane heater just turned off, so I finally ran out of propane, so I'll have to go get some more of that. Okay, back to the show. As you can see, this doesn't fit. It's too big around. This is 1/2-inch pipe, and this is made for, I don't know, not 1/2 inch, probably like 5/8 ish, something like that, a 5/8 handlebar or something. Anyway. And plus, I don't want this permanently mounted. If I did, what I'd do is this could come off, this part of it, because actually this will fit on the top of my camera, so I don't want to ruin that. What I could have done here is, took 2 little screws, put some epoxy, 2 little screws, and screw it in there, but I don't. I want this to be removable, because I will put eventually a stud. I want it to be kind of modular so I can use it for different things. So anyway, so what the idea is I have this neat stuff, and not sure which one I'm going to use. I have now this isn't consumer available stuff here, but I got some of this gripping material. It's kind of a brand new product, industrial product here. I got a couple different styles, different gripness and thicknesses, and I think I'm going to do the one. This is the really soft, really sticky traction, and it has it already has the adhesive on the back. This stuff comes in rolls and different stuff. It's kind of feels like the stuff that you feel comes on golf handles and stuff. This is probably the grippiest. Has the most friction, but it's also the softest. This one has the firm, so I think I'll try this. Oh yeah, yeah, propane. I gotta go go over to Strickland Propane and get myself some more. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it with this, and I think this will give just enough thickness. If it doesn't, that's what I have this tape for here, this vinyl tape. I'll I might actually, just in case, actually, I will do that. I'll wrap the vinyl tape, then I'm going to wrap it in that. So, oh, this annual event, well, yes, it is, and actually, it's a traveling show. It goes to different cities. This one's in the Denver area, obviously, but it doesn't come to the same cities every year. And I had to submit my bike and to get it chosen, and it was, well, actually, I got two bikes that I submitted, and they both got chosen, and so I'm gonna go show them off. I was pretty excited to get chosen, considering all the other people and bikes and things. They thought mine would fit in, and actually I got some neat stuff. That another little project I'm gonna make. Probably not live stream it, just because involves a little bit of. It's gonna involve a little bit of woodworking, and I got to do that outside and or in a different area, and can't really have the live stream set up there. So let's see. So I'll wrap this a little bit more. Actually, that but no, it's I consider it I guess quite an honor. I've looked at pictures from other cities, Los Angeles and where Philadelphia, Atlanta. Like I said, it goes all over, and it's going to be a pretty big deal. I mean, I don't know, tens of thousands of people will be walking by and seeing my bike. And the thing is the bike I'm taking, kind of a good topic, just because this is not probably very entertaining here. It it's become somewhat within certain motorcycling circles. It's kind of well known online, mostly because I made a video series about it. Gosh, that was 5 years ago now, 6 years ago. Been a while, I guess. Let's see, how far do I gotta go? Because I want to go clear to the end there, don't I? All right. But yeah. I'm pretty excited, and like I said, I got stuff to display a little bit, and okay, I think that's good. That'll definitely get us, hopefully, to the dimension we want, and and I thought about using this gripping material for let's see, I should have for the handles, and I think I said that before, but I decided maybe not. Use the bicycle grips just to get a little bit bigger. Boy, that mark barely shows up, and just my square. It's simple like this. All right. We got a good old 300 LSE, which stands for low surface energy. It's a 300 level adhesive on here. This itself would actually stick to the PVC, but it'll stick even better to the vinyl tape that I just wrapped. So kind of why I'm doing that. Let's see if I did that halfway. Oh God, I've got it right on the money. That's pretty good. That's pretty straight too. Good enough. Good enough for government work. Oh yeah, it'll fit in that. But it should fit in the camera bag too, but that's what I'm trying to design it for, but it's got to be big enough to do the job. So okay. Let's put that on. Wrap it with that. This in. Ooh, that's stuff is real. This stuff is really grippy. Now, now that that's almost basically permanent on there, let's hope that I got the dimensions right, or we dimensioned it enough. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah. Well, you know what? Not quite enough. Well, that's all right. Well, I know what I can do. We can, you know what would be even better? All right. I should have probably tested it first and went around some more. Well, but what we can do, and this would be even better for using it the way I normally use it, we'll put some of this stuff inside here. Why not that? So let's just okay. Again, just doing this on the fly. Didn't quite plan it quite right, but it'll work. Okay. Let's try that. That's enough. Stick it down in there. Alright. So we need to cut it right there. Alright. Actually, gripping against itself, it'll be super grippy. It'll work. All right, yep, there we go. Fits perfectly. I'll use that piece to cut this piece. Close enough for government work, right? There we go. Yeah, actually getting pretty excited about next weekend. And again, gonna take some videos, so hopefully, you know, within the next week after that, I'll have a highlight reel. Get to kind of see what goes on, I'm hoping I can. It'll be highly dependent on my internet, you know, data, internet connection through data. Is I want to do a live stream while I'm in there, while I'm at the show. So you can come along with me, look at all the new bikes, all the vintage bikes, all the concept stuff. It's kind of like SEMA for motorcycles. So okay. All right, this should work even better, because this stuff again really likes to grip to itself. So, oh yeah, that'll be good. Yep, there we go. Now we got it clearance the way I want it. Yeah, I'm just kind of guessing where I should have it, but all right. Yep. Now that's how it ought to be. Okay. Well, I tell you what. You know, I'll have to take it apart. That's why I'm not gonna get too wild here. Well, I'll glue the ends, but I'm gonna paint it black. Make it look a little halfway. Let me just guesstimate where that needs to be. Maybe right there. Probably too far to one side. Yeah, it's got to be offset because of the way my screen works, but let's, oops. All right, put it on here. We'll put the camera on. There we go. See how it works. Still not. That's the only thing. Get the right angle here. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. Really matter which way we do. So, all right. Let's which way? Okay, yeah, it flips out. I picked the right direction. I was like, wait a minute, because my. Oh, that's right. Okay. There it is. And there we go. Pretty much. I don't have it exactly tightened on there exactly the right way, but let's do a wide shot here. You'll get to see what it kind of looks like. All right. Actually, if I mount the top on, that'll give you a better idea what we're after here, what we're doing. Okay. All right. Of course, I need to finish pinning it and all that kind of stuff. But there we go. There's the rig. So can fly it around, point it here, turn the screen, and might be, a little easier to kind of operate and follow around. And again, I can put my mic up here, which actually I'm gonna use my lab in this shoot. But if I wanted to use my shotgun mic, I could go get that and show you. Why don't I do that? All right, just in the back here. Okay, yeah, there we go. Let's yeah, show you what the what the hot setup's gonna look like here. Let me get this put in here. There we go. So there, with my shotgun, of course you'd plug that in. That plugs in over here. There. Should be pretty. I'll take the strap off, of course, for doing this. But there we go. And there we go. So, get to everything. You can focus, but yep, there. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Of course, then, and I'm going to get a T here, so I can have a handle up here, so you could carry it. And of course, you can't see me down there, but get some real low shots if you wanted to. Also, with it doing this, we could, flip it over. I'm not going to do that right now. Flip it over, and then you could hold it the other way. So it's kind of like, I kind of want to make it a little bit convertible. So I don't know. It's pretty quick design just to have something that's going to work. I mean, yeah, the camera does shake just a little bit, so I might modify this just a bit, but it's not really shaking that much moving around. It's only when you really go like that, it's going to wobble a little bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm using this for video. You could kind of do this for, yeah, still pictures and stuff. If you did a timer on, if you built it a little bit different here, you could still hold your, thought it out a little bit for that specifically. Do that. This is a mirrorless camera, by the way. So, but anyway, again, that's about it. All I got to do is glue these one ends. I got to get some pins, for safety, to put in those. But I should probably do these left and right or line them up, because otherwise you won't. The holes probably aren't drilled right for either or. But but anyway, there you go. That's about it. This kind of went pretty fast. I mean, I jabber a little bit too much here, but oh, just so you can see, it's in the background here, sort of. That bike right there, which you're gonna, what's one of them, and you can see that on my website. Well, I'm gonna probably, and somebody says camera has image stabilization. It does. It does have. There's image stabilization in the lens itself, and then internally as well. So yeah, it's already pretty stable. But like I said, I can see, it, and that's due to this mount. That's why, for a quick setup, I had this little clamp to the bar. But what I'll probably end up doing is drilling a hole through and putting a stud in there, and then it'll be a little bit solid, because you do have a little bit of weight hanging around there. But you know what? It's gonna work for me. And there's a lot of tutorials out there on the internet for these that make like more of the steering wheel. They look like a steering wheel, and then they have brackets for if they want to mount their mic underneath in here, which I could do that using this mount. So that's really what I use. It's really what I use this mount for. Anyways, is not for the camera, but it was just kind of easily what I had. So yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up, because I'm going to call this project pretty much done for what I need to do, for what I need it for here. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you ring that bell. Check out my merch store on Teespring. You can buy t-shirts, stickers, pillows, leggings, socks, beach towels. Did I say pillows? I should have brought it out here. I got a pillow with my logo on it. That's pretty cool. I would have never thought, as a kid, I would have never thought of that. But I love it. Anyway, I'm rambling, as I always do. So anyway, check out the website. And you know what? I'll see you in the next stream.